nationwide manhunt ends in southern Colorado. You are looking at the scene of the car crash that brought the Dougherty Gang into custody. We were the first to break that story. Now 11 News is live at the scene with team coverage, including witness accounts, as well as what happened in the final hours of freedom for these suspects. Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us. I'm Stacia Naquin.
And I'm John Harding. Again, we do have a reporter live at the scene. We'll effort to get there for you in just a moment. But again, the Dougherty siblings have been caught after a crash on I-25 this morning. That's
right, and we do have team coverage on how this all went down, how they were apprehended.
11 News reporter Sarah Swaby joins us live in the newsroom now. Sarah, we have pictures here of those siblings here. Walk us through their final hours of freedom before they were caught.
Well, guys, they were spotted buying camping supplies at the REI near Woodman and I-25 in Colorado Springs just yesterday. Then early this morning, we learned that Canyon City police were following up on a credible lead that the fugitives had been spotted buying ammunition at the Walmart in town there. Following those unconfirmed reports, the siblings were spotted south of Pueblo. That's when the pursuit began that ultimately ended in that crash and their arrests. It's ending the week on a run for the Dougherty siblings. The trouble began in Florida last week. Back over to you guys.
All right, Sarah Swaby live in the newsroom.
And we are digging deeper to find out more about these siblings and how they were caught for you.
11 News is talking to a witness. Dorothy lives right by where this crash happened. She heard the police cars speeding by. Joining us now on the phone.
That's right. Dorothy, tell us, what did you see and hear out there?
Well, I could hear multiple sirens coming up the highway, and I stepped out onto my porch and saw several sheriffs and unmarked cars and state patrol going by, and that first wave kind of went, and I came back in the house, and then I heard more coming, and I kept looking, and I figured there had to be at least 15 or so that went down the highway, so I went in and posted on your Facebook page that something was going on I-25 South.
And we appreciate you reporting with us for sure. Now, had you been following this story, I mean, this was a nationwide manhunt. You saw 15 police cars. Obviously, you knew this was something big.
Yes. Well, that's what it was. I thought maybe there was a big wreck or something, but then I found out that they had been spotted in Canyon and Springs, and so I figured maybe that's what was going on.
Well, and you know, of course, I-25, no stranger to lots of traffic. Were there a lot of folks pulled over on the side of the road, and just how fast were those police cars going?
Where I live, nobody was pulling off the road, but they were definitely pulling over out of the way, and I don't know. They were going really fast. They were definitely exceeding the speed limit. They were getting where they were going at a fast pace.
Well, Dorothy, again, we appreciate you reporting with us. Definitely appreciate that witness account there from Dorothy, who lives right by where that crash happened. Again, heard those police cars speeding by, and what she saw there ultimately led to the capture of the Dougherty Gang.
And we're going to try to get you a live picture in just a bit of what's happening out there right now, because there are traffic backups. We want to make you very aware of that. We've had folks call the newsroom reporting with us, letting us know that not only is traffic stopped, you know, the interstate is closed southbound. So if you are headed southbound on I-25, you'll need to exit off of exit 52. You'll be allowed back on at the 49 marker there, the on-ramp back onto the interstate. Northbound lanes are doing just fine. They're all open, but southbound, be prepared for delays.
Good information there, and we will continue our team coverage throughout this hour, and we will take you back to the story and what we're learning. This is a developing story. We also want to talk about what's happening outside. Brandon, things are, dare I say, chilly out there.
We'll talk a little bit more about who could see a couple of storms later on in the day. That's coming up at around 12:15. Guys, back to you.
Brandon, thank you. And again, back to our breaking news this noon hour. You saw it first here. The three Dougherty siblings have been arrested in a dramatic end to a week-long run.
That's right. And Kendra Potter is at the scene, and we hope to hear from and see from her live. But right now she joins us on the phone. Kendra, what can you tell us about what happened and how these three were captured?
Well, right now what's happening is that traffic is still being diverted off the interstate at exit 52 near Walsenburg as officials remain on the scene.
Thank you so much, Kendra Potter at the scene. And again, we do have several crews on the way there working to bring you a live view of the scene. It's interesting to hear how this all went down, folks. I mean, we're talking about a national manhunt. It's all started in Florida and Georgia, ends up with these suspects being spotted in Colorado Springs, Pueblo, Old Colorado City, Walsenburg. I mean, they took quite a tour of southern Colorado.
And I don't want to throw our producers for a loop, but if we can show that those pictures again there that Kendra had taken for us of the scene. Here's more details about how all this went down. At 9:02 this morning, state troopers received a tip from a citizen that they had spotted the car, and after a short pursuit, it was 20 miles that they pursued them. They finally caught up with them. We understand the vehicle was first spotted at a campground on Highway 165 near Colorado City.
Incredible how this has all gone down. Again, the Dougherty Gang now in custody, as we just heard from Kendra, at a hospital there in the area being treated. So we continue our team coverage right here on 11 News at noon with the latest information on what we're learning about how they were caught. Stay with us.